Okay, so the plan is for that to dump and our boulders land right there, not crushing our porta potty or anything else important.
What the hell's going on out there? You made it!
You ready to do this?
We're ready, man. We were gonna call you and say, what the hell? You're late. You're tardy.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Ralph.
Yeah, good to see you, Mike. It's already getting hot. Woo! What's up, guys? It's Ralph with Pondscapes, and we are not at home right now. We are a ways away. We're actually in Green Valley, about 2 hours south. We are right on the border of Mexico and Arizona. Trailer is loaded. We're gonna do something cool. All right, let's get down to business. Why we are here. I have got the plan right here. Got a blank canvas right there. Let's take a look at what we're gonna come up with. Hey guys, we don't often do drawings, actually very, very rarely, but you can kind of see the significance of the size of this project. We're talking 45 feet from here to here, approximately 16 feet across, 3 feet deep. So what that means is that is going to take up about 2/3 of this backyard. Obviously, this is going to be a very involved project, so that justify doing a drawing like this. This pond is gonna have all the bells and whistles, and I am really excited to be out here with the team to do this. And we're gonna have a special guest. We're not too far from our buddy Keith Webb with Sunset Watergardens, so he's gonna be joining us probably tomorrow, possibly for the duration of the project. We plan on being out here for about 3 weeks. We're away from home, so what our plan is to do 4-day work weeks. We'll have a long weekend to go be with our friends and family, and then get back out here to whoop it on for Mike and Leslie to get this thing done before it gets to 110 out here, which it's already going to be 101 today. Okay, morning number 2 is not starting out as smooth as morning number 1. All right, what we got going on was we're shade sanding the floor of that intake. Like we talked about, this dirt is fairly clean, but it's super, super dry and bony. So this is what we end up with, which is not great. And so we had to drive around. We were looking for sand to get started, which was close, but then we were looking for boulders. And we've got boulders, but they don't come until tomorrow. We'll just have to make do with what we've got. But what we've got going on right here is we got down to our depth that we wanted to excavate and a little more, shading this sand in, and then we'll do another test fit and then get our fabric and liner in there so we can start putting the internals back in. Okay guys, we're gonna go over how we're gonna do this intake bay with sealing this up. So this has been a question that we've gotten from time to time. Now we've got our aqua blocks in. One of the things that we could have done is we could have dug a pit for these to sit in, or we could have just flipped this liner over, backfill right up to the aqua blocks, but that eats up some liner. So the reason I say that is the liner will be now coming up and over and then back down. So that creates a little bit more of wasted liner, so to speak. So what we're gonna do is we've got this piece of scrap liner. We're going to tuck that right under here and wrap it up this face and over the top and then trim it back. So this whole face will be sealed. And then we're gonna do rock work in front of this, and this will be where we have our stepping stones coming across. So by not building dirt up in the front of this and then digging it back down. We're not sucking more liner up, and we have more depth to play with. We were out picking out boulders, and Tevin found one that looks like it'd be really cool for one of the steps coming across. So as long as it's the right elevation, it looks like it's a little short. So what we can do is we can add some gravel and you know, chalk it up with rocks below it and get it peaking above the water line just the way we want it. So the reason why we're going to be able to do that is because we've got this liner and this foundation just running straight out. Day number 3, and we're finally getting a more reasonable start on our day. Great start to the day. We got our boulders dropped. However, the guy in here, he got a little shook up. Guys, I want to show you an example of how hard and packed this dirt is. So we're digging out a little bit more in this area. This is dirt. There's really no rock to speak of inside there, but it's so compact and dense. It's just nasty stuff. So that's why we're using that rock pad along with sand to make sure we've got maximum protection on that liner. Okay guys, this is where we're gonna leave it today. We have got to head out and head back to the valley, but we're gonna stop by the local rock yard on the way through Tucson and get another selection of boulders so we can have those steps that are gonna come across the pond ready to go on Monday. We've got a good selection that's here and out front, but we're gonna need a lot more, so we wanna have those here ready for us on Monday. So we'll see you then. Okay, finalizing things here at the rock yard at Arizona Materials and Trucking, and Colin, we're gonna be the one responsible for all these. I hope you pick good ones.
They'll be able to see when they're in the pond.
And just like that, the weekend has come and gone. We're back over in Green Valley getting ready to put on our new section of liner. That's going to be our pond liner. It's a 30 by 50 piece. So we've got more than we need, but not enough, if that makes sense. We had to pick a spot where we were going to do our seam. So we either we're going to have to seam over the intake or seam on going into the wetland, and this will be an easier seam to do, and we'll have plenty of liner left over for our wetland. And so that's how we're going to leave it today. We got that seam done and threw all the liner over into the intake, started hogging out some more of the pond, and we've got rain coming in. I don't know what to expect with this rain. Is it going to be bad? When is rain really good when you're on a project? We'll see. There you go. We got that rock pad flipped, and you see we got it tucked down in that footing depression. Heat sealed some folds right there. Now it's time for the liner. Okay, more exciting stuff. Our block is showing up right now. All right, guys, so this is the Keystone block. This is a compact block, C-O-M-P-A-C block. So these pins go in like so, and then another block goes on top of that. So you got 2 pins on each hole. They can go straight vertical or staggered back. And what we're gonna do with these is we're gonna basically go vertical, just like what you're seeing right there. And these are gonna work off of the patio. So you look off of the patio out into the pond. There's gonna be a travertine cap right here, and then you go straight down to our 3-foot depth. But from the main focal point for Leslie, when she's laying in bed, she wants to look out and be able to see hummingbirds, and these guys absolutely do the job to attract hummingbirds. We talked about moving one here, but it would be cool to have a trio, so we're going to bring another small one. We are going to push them out a little bit. They're just sitting on that ledge, but we'll have that trio of urns sitting right here, and then over at that end will just be the cascades coming out of the lake. Okay, good morning. Beautiful morning out here, and it's a mere 80 degrees getting started. That's not where it's gonna stop. So I wanna get some video footage before it starts getting too hot, because number one, it just sucks the will to live right out of you. And number two, overheats the cameras. So we're walking out to the back. We'll see how things are looking and talk about what our goals are today. All right, the guys are loading up the cooler, packing in the Gatorades and ices, and this is where we left off yesterday, starting to dig out the rest of the body of the pond. So we've got probably 2 more loads of dirt that has to come out so we can flip our fabric and liner and continue our wall, and of course continue that rock work on the other side. So yesterday we got that wall built out. That's about our stopping point right there. In order to go any further, we've got to do that same process, flip our liner and excavate. So we're going to work on finishing up the rock work over here and start tidying up edges and getting our plumbing ran on the back side of the pond over here today, and start working our way into this tight little corner, which is going to be a challenge when it comes time to dig more. Now, what I mean by a challenge to dig more, there's our machine. You can only back up so much further, and this pond still has to go to roughly about where that rear track is. So that's why we had to bring in our small machine, because we're going to take dirt, throw it over, have this grab it, get it out of here. And now we're going to also have to get creative on staging. So this is extended patio in this space right here. We're gonna drop boulders here. We're gonna drop some boulders out on the other side and be able to pick from here. And then once we get to the point to where the machine is set up over here and we can't grab boulders from here anymore, we're gonna stage rocks in the pond here to finish out that wetland. Why did you guys want to transform your backyard into a mini lake?
Because I wanted to feel like I was at a 5-star resort for the rest of my life.